to another Deeper Conversations. I am Dr. Barbara Swinney. I'm the founder and CEO of Deeper Women Lead Global, a platform established for women in leadership to heal, lead, and leverage their stories and strategies for life, love, and leadership. And Deeper Conversations is just another place for women to come and share their stories. I am so excited tonight about this guest that I've been trying to get on here forever. I'm super excited to have Miss Sandra Tescum here. You're going to hear her story of how her story was her superpower right after this. All right, San. Tonight is the night. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Thank you, Dr. Barbara. I'm so happy to be here, to be on this platform, and for you to nudge me out here. So I'm so excited.
Yes. So San is joining the Deeper Women Lead Global platform as an author in volume 3 of our anthology series, Deeper Women Teach. Listen, you need to be watching out for San. San is making her debut as an author, and I'm super excited that she is getting her story out there. She is leveraging her story, and that's what you're going to hear all about tonight. Well, maybe not all about tonight. We got to save some for the book launch, but we get to meet San and see the woman behind the story. So San, I'm just going to start right here. I'm going to ask you this question, San, and I want you to answer honestly. What took you so long, San?
I know. I'm an introvert. You should know that.
I do know that.
I'm an introvert, and I guess one of my goals this year or last year was to step outside of my comfort zone and really just do the things that I need to do and just kind of progress in my healing. And so when you brought the opportunity, I was so excited. I was so scared. I was nervous. And I knew that if I said, Dr. Barbara, you would have been like, yes. And, I may not have even decided. So I knew you would just drag me in there. You always have so much confidence in what I can do. So I appreciate that. And here I am.
Absolutely, San. So how did you even get connected with Deeper Women Lead Global?
Right. So, a couple of years ago, I'm going to tell my age, but a couple of years ago, I wanted to support you in the Deeper Women Lead Speaks. And so I attended the conference and I was so empowered. And there were a couple of my other tennis sisters there. And I was like, okay, this is what we're doing. And I'm like, yay. But I in the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh my God, I don't think I could do that. I'm so proud of them. But when I started to hear the stories and I saw the books that the women had written, I was like so inspired. And at that time in space, I was again turning 50. And I was wondering to myself, like, what's next? You've accomplished almost everything. Your kids are getting ready to leave. What's next for you? And I didn't know what that was, but I was so inspired. And then right after that, you offered, I think it was a 6 weeks coaching. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Right. Yes. And so I got involved in that. And you actually gave me some tools to start to identify just kind of where I can go and what I needed to do next. Still didn't know what it was. But what I realized, because one of the things I always do is focus on business, right? And so one of the things that I realized after a while was that I needed to do something personal, right? I've accomplished so much things, different degrees and certifications and so many things I've accomplished. And I'm like, well, what do you need to do for you? Because
Yes,
there was still some healing
yes,
that I needed, right? And so I kind of sat on that. I prayed about that. My mom always say pray about it.
yes.
So I prayed about it. And then, recently I saw you ask for authors. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, I always wanted to tell my story, but there was always this shame that I felt when I
Mm,
was younger,
yeah,
that my story was so bad that what would people think about me if I
yeah,
told the story? Would they look at me differently? Would
mhm,
they not see the leader that I am today if they knew
yes,
my story? And so prayed about it, and God said, no, this is it. This is what you need
yes,
to do. And I'm not a great writer. I don't even like writing. That was the worst part of school for me. Um, but and I was nervous, but I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and sit down and do it. And the funny thing is that as hard as I thought it was going to be, it actually wasn't.
yeah.
It's
Yes, man, you cranked it out.
Yeah,
You,
it just flowed. Yeah. So I'm thankful to my Lord and Savior for
yes,
taking that out of me.
yes, I love that, San. I love that. So San, we have been on this journey for a while, and you were even on the night of the call. You were kind of like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do this." So I
Yes.
was super excited. You were one of the first ones to turn in your first draft and get it edited and all of that. I cannot wait until other people are able to hear your story. And I know that when I was on my own personal journey, in leadership. One of the things about professional women is we know how to kill it in the workspace, right?
Yes.
But we're often dying at home. We're often dying inside and not knowing how to pull all of the pieces together. And I can remember when I wrote my first book, It's Always Deeper, which was the launching pad for Deeper Women Lead Global. I got stuck in chapter 3, which was supposed to be kind of a turning point. And chapter 3 was eliminating the barriers, go figure. So I got stuck in that chapter because that chapter was going to require me to show me.
Yes.
So, how did writing your chapter in the book affect you? What kind of emotions did you experience going through that process?
So can I tell you, I started off nervous. I
Mm-hmm.
then went into crying as it was
Wow.
flowing. And then when I was done with it, it was just a sense of relief. It
Yes.
was in just joy,
Yes.
happiness, just I felt like a burden was lifted off of me that I didn't know was on my back because I've been carrying it so long,
Yeah.
so but I was when I was done, I was so excited and still nervous. And I got on a call with you and you're like, yeah, you just put it. I said, am I telling too much? And and you said you got to put it out there to heal, right?
That's
And
right.
so that's definitely what I stuck to, and I prayed about it some more. And I said, this is it, because someone needs to hear this. There's
Absolutely.
someone out there that is struggling with the same things or
Yes.
maybe even worse than what I went through. And they
Yes.
need to hear this. They need to know
Absolutely.
that you can come out of that and you can achieve, you can be
Yes.
successful, right? And you can be
Yes.
happy. And
Yes.
so I was happy to tell the story.
San, I am just happy just seeing your face. You just have such a light coming from you, and
Thank you.
I'm just excited that you found her.
Yes.
I remember you from that last conference, and you were a different person, and you are just there's just a lightness and airiness about you, and I'm excited to be a part of this journey. So I think you've got some fans on here saying somebody said
Oh,
I think
Lord.
that's something that we need to do. Take time to do.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on business, our business. I like that because we're
Yes.
always focusing on other people's visions
Yes.
and other people's businesses. And it's time for us to focus on our own. Now,
Yes.
who is this lady right here talking about? That's my beautiful daughter. Go, baby girl. Go, baby girl.
Mom.
So, Sid, I know that as you were going through this process, this was kind of a secret that you
Yes. Yes.
why did you feel like you needed to keep this close to your vest?
I needed to keep it close because it was personal, right?
Mhm.
My family is aware of my story, but I think when it was time for me to put it on paper, I needed to go through that process alone. You know, it's like when you detox and you lock yourself up somewhere and it's just you and the God. And I needed to do that.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I know that when I was going through, I call it all of my stuff, when I was going to through what I call my deconstruction, when you figure out that everything you thought was true was not, and you're trying to
Mhm.
figure out what is true. I
Yes.
remember calling a couple of members of my family, my brother in particular, and I said, you lied to me, you taught me wrong. And I was just so devastated by what I thought had become my life until I
Wow.
just felt like my family betrayed me because they loved me into addiction. I was
Mm.
addicted to external affirmation because they were always praising me. I was the baby. I'm the youngest of 10, and I just ate it all up. I ate it all
Wow.
up. And, I started to believe my own hype. And then the world taught me,
Hmm.
I'll say the world taught me that, I wasn't as big as I thought I was, but really it was God repositioning me for his purpose. So
Yes.
when everything started to fall apart, or I thought it was falling apart, it was really him moving the parts so
Yes.
that I can walk fully in my purpose, which is a part of Deeper Women League Global. So
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
just
Yes.
excited to be on this journey with you. I'm excited to join you. I'm excited for you to be a part of this platform. What has it meant so far, Sam? You've gotten a chance to connect with some of the other women who are a part of the platform. What has that meant to you?
Oh my God. I've always been a loner and I've never really had, sisters and brothers. So it was always me alone in the world. And when I met these awesome women, they were so inspiring, they're encouraging. And I immediately felt a sisterhood.
Yeah,
And I was so happy to have that sisterhood. And I knew that as I worked through this journey, if I ever felt that I needed some encouragement, I knew that I can come to this space and they
yeah,
would be there. And the funny thing is that they don't even know me that well, but
yeah.
they were just still so encouraging and there. And so I definitely call it a sisterhood.
I love
I
that.
love
Somebody
that.
says, only you can tell your story, and God knows that it's your time. It's your time, Sam. It's your
Yes.
time to impact the world. And I always tell people, don't allow your pride and your insecurity to become somebody else's prison. So
Yes. Yes. I
we
love
get
that. I love
over
that.
ourselves. We really can free other people because people just need to know that they're not alone. You just need to know
Exactly.
that you're not out here by yourself.
Yep. Yep.
And low self-esteem and arrogance both come from the same place. They both come
Mm.
from a place of over focusing on yourself. Uh,
Yes.
and I know you may have experienced this while you were writing the book, like, oh my gosh, is anybody going to want to hear what I have to say? And like nobody's thinking about you that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They're
It's That's amazing because I am very critical like that. I think about it like that, and I'm always wondering what other people think, and I really had to start to come out of that and crack that shell,
yeah.
and really just have the confidence to
Yes,
do what I need to do and stop worrying about what people say or do, right?
that's right.
Because I even thought like, oh my God, what will corporate America, if they ever find this, what will they think about me? But after talking with you and the other ladies, I was just kind of like, well, it's just out here. This is me,
Just
right?
make it.
And so take it or leave it.
That's right. That's right. I love it because what we do is we sometimes hide all of that stuff because of what we think is shame or um,
Yes,
and it's a lot of times it's about how we're seeing ourselves and
yes,
not understanding the power that comes with really just walking in the authority of who you are. And just because you were born, you were already considered worthy and
yes.
approved, and you can just show up. You
Yep,
can just
yep.
show up and be you, and that will be enough. And that's
Yes,
what I get
yes,
so excited about for myself and for the women on the platform. So, San, what part, we have the book launch coming up. We have the book launch that's going to be happening on April 19th as a part of the Deeper Women Speak Atlanta Conference, which is
that's
occurring
right.
April 19th and the 20th. Our book launch is the 19th. What what part of your story do you think you would share with the audience?
One of the things that has always gotten me through life was remembering that God never gives you more than you can handle, right? And I
Yes.
think that that's an important message. I think that someone can take that with them and understand that when you think that you just can't go another step, that He never really gives you more than you can handle. And if you have the faith that He has in you, if
Yeah.
you have that same faith in yourself,
Wow, that's good.
you can accomplish all the things He have
That's
in store
good.
for you.
I,
And
I
so I think
love
that's
it.
important.
I love it. I once heard somebody saying God never gives you more than you can bear, but often He does so that you know that it's not you that's bearing it.
Yes,
That's
yes,
good stuff.
yes.
One of your sisters is on here. This is Miss Coach Michelle Speaks, Michelle Portier.
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah, she was our guest 2 nights ago.
Yes,
She'll be
yes,
speaking. You guys will get to meet. I'm super excited about that. And saying you
yes.
have a question. Somebody's asking you a question.
Oh,
Now that you're finished with the book, what would you tell yourself if you can go back in time and talk to you before writing it? Oh, that's good. Before writing.
okay. All these hard questions.
Yeah.
Who
We
are
got
these people?
some philosophers on watching.
Okay.
I
Who
love.
invited these people?
Oh, now that's some deeper thinking that you're gonna have to do.
Yeah,
Why don't
I
you go
think,
back and tell yourself,
yeah,
wow, before you wrote it.
I think that the lesson is that, the title of what I wrote is called From the Absence of Darkness to Enlightenment, the absence of light, from the absence of light to
Uh-huh.
enlightenment. And I think that what's important, what I would go back and tell myself is this: stay on the journey,
Yes,
trust the process,
yes, that's good.
right? So I think that's the main thing, because if I ever gave up, I wouldn't be here today to tell that story. I wouldn't be here today to, have all these wonderful things that I have, my beautiful children,
Yes,
and everything that I've accomplished, all the wonderful friends, and as I call them, supporting actors of my stories in my life. And so, I think I would go back and say, stay on the path.
that's good. That's good. That's good. When I wrote the book, it's always deeper. I was told, and I shared this the other night. I was told that uh, basically, when you write a book, it has about an 18-month shelf life, meaning that after about 18 months, stop marketing and all of that because it's really probably not going to do anything. Well,
Right.
even though the book might not continue selling, that book again has been the catalyst for Deeper Women Lead Global. So.
Yes.
Um, you can listen to what people say, but you don't have to carry what they say
Mm,
because God knows what He's put inside of you. He knows what you're supposed to be doing. And if we can just trust and lean into that, how much more confident will we be when
yes.
we understand that the confidence is not in ourselves, but it's because of the relationship that we have in Him. And we know that if we call out to Him, He hears us.
So
We
important to
know that He hears
understand that.
us.
That's
We
the key to
know
everything. That's the key to
that.
everything. That relationship with God, that enlightenment, and being accepting of that, being accepting
Absolutely.
of what He has in store for you, and then trusting the process and trusting His process, and walking through it, even if it's in darkness, even if you don't see the light, even if you don't see what's ahead of you.
Mhm.
Trusting and having the faith in God is what will get you through.
Well,
So
saying you are like popular tonight.
yeah.
Can't wait to sign my copy. Look at that. There, so you got to come out to the book signing.
I'm definitely there. You
Sign
guys come on out.
copy
If you
for-
want that signed copy, you got to come
Yes,
out.
we have 10 powerful women in leadership who are going to be a part of this book. Actually, I think there are 11 who are going to be a part of this book. We cannot wait to see you on April 19th and 20th. Registration is opening soon. You'll be able to register at Deeper Women League Global next week on April 20th. Go to Deeper Women League Global and you will be able to register
Yes.
there. So
This
I'm
is great stuff,
excited.
people. This
It
is
is
great stuff.
Yes. San, I don't think we're going to be able to hold you back after this because now you can be a celebrity. This is really good stuff. I have the privilege before you women to read the entire book as we go through the editing process. And I can tell you that this book is definitely worth having as a part of your library, having as a part of your references. You can use it as a part of your quiet time
Yes.
because guess what? Deeper Women are real women living real lives and
Yes.
are true leaders and leading in the real world. So I'm
Yes.
excited about what's to come. Don't forget to go to Deeper Women Lead Global. We are actually live on all of the major social media platforms. We're also live on Facebook. So if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching it later on Facebook, like, share, and subscribe. San, are there any last words you'd like to say to the audience?
April 19th, right?
April 19th.
April 19th, be there. This is again, I got so much out of attending that first conference. And I, for anyone that I know that could use this, I want to say, come down. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's so much love and empowerment, it's like, oh man, I can't even explain that experience. It sizzles through you when you're there with all these powerful, empowering Black and brown women. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Good stuff. All right, so be on the lookout for Miss Sandra Tescum. She is one of the authors in Deeper Women Teach. It's our anthology project, Volume 3. We are now accepting authors for Volume 4. So if you feel like this is the year for you to share your stories and strategies for life, love, and leadership, if you feel like this is the year for you to heal, lead, and leverage, this is your time. 24 is going to be the year of more. That's what they're saying.
Yes.
And for some people, it needs to be the year of no more. No more struggling, no more shame, no more pain, but just the year to go after the thing that you know that you're supposed to be doing. So I'm excited for San and what's happening here. And San, is there anywhere that they can go to find you? Do you have your when as a celebrity saying, I got to help you get this together. You got to tell the people where to go to find you.
Right now I'm just mainly on Facebook. You can find me out there. I'm not on there that often, but you can definitely find me there. More to come next year.
That's right. So you might not be able to find me now, but you're going to want to look me up later. How about that, Sam?
I love it.
Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight, San. This has been awesome and amazing. I am Dr. Barbara Swinney, the host of Deeper Conversations and founder and CEO of Deeper Women Lead Global, which is a platform established for women in leadership to heal, lead, and leverage their stories and strategies for life, love, and leadership. If you have a story, then Deeper Women Lead Global has a stage. Tell the people bye, San.
All right.
Bye-bye, everybody.
April 19th.
April 19th, deeperwomenleagueglobal.org. You can go there to find out more about us, as well as go there on the 20th, February 20th, which is next week, so you can register for the conference.
Yes.
Bye.